guys, it's Julia and welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm here to do another book review, and today I'm going to be reviewing a new release and something that I quite enjoyed reading, and that is Under Rose-Tainted Skies by Louise Cornell. This book was published in January of this year and it has some trigger warnings, so I will state those now. This book deals with agoraphobia, self-harm, anxiety, and OCD, so keep that in mind before picking this book up and before reading it and all that jazz. This is about 17-year-old Nora who lives in her home. I don't know what agoraphobia is. It's basically this intense fear of leaving your house. It's really severe. It's something that's not funny. Like, people can make jokes like if they don't leave their house, like haha I have agoraphobia, but it's like that's not funny. Like, agoraphobia is a real thing. I personally have never read a book that is kind of about agoraphobia, so I found that aspect of it really interesting. And it's about Nora as she is going to see her therapist and as she is struggling in her house, her mind. We read her thoughts and how much goes on in her head. And there is a romance element in here. There's this guy named Luke who moves in next door, so he kind of like knocks on the door and stuff, and he intrigued by her and then she is intrigued by him, so it's kind of like this romance that's kind of forming here. But it's, even on the front it says, if she can't go out, can she let him in? And it deals with Nora and her illnesses and a relationship that is getting kind of complicated. So yeah, I heard this is a fantastic mental health read and I was not let down by that at all. At first I just thought it was like, okay, it's very triggering, so if you even have anxiety, like diagnosed generalized anxiety or whatever, just be aware that before reading this, like, her thoughts are really they can be hard to read. They were hard for me to read at times. So just keep that in mind if you're struggling with any of these illnesses and you're picking up this book. Just make sure you're at the right stage in your recovery to read it. But yeah, really interesting, like, reading about Nora's thoughts. I thought they were really, like, honest. Like, she doesn't try to like mimic or like glamorize mental health, and it just sounded so realistic. I just found it so realistic in my personal opinion. I'm gonna put the book down now, but I've read a lot of books about mental health. I have like 5 videos on it, and if I were to do another recommendations video, this one would be on it. I loved like reading about Nora develop as a character. I've never again read about agoraphobia before, so that was like a really interesting thing for me to read about, and it's something that I want to read more about as well. So like, if you know any books that deal with agoraphobia, let me know down below. I'd love to like check those out. But I really liked how they did the relationship in this book, how it's about Nora and herself, but like this guy comes along, which is very, it's common. Like, it's not like uncommon for like someone who's struggling with mental illness to then get someone who's interested in her, like, or him. It's not that uncommon, you know what I'm saying? So like, it just shows like how she's dealing with that as well, which is something that, I don't know, is good to read about, because like a person with an illness, like someone who's struggling with their mental health, it's complicated. Relationships are just complicated, and those type of relationships, romantic relationships, are even more complicated. So like, I think you get where I'm going with this. But yeah, I just loved the way it was done. I really liked Luke as a character. He was very understanding and heartwarming and honest, and I loved hearing about his own story, and it was just, I just loved this book. It was just great. Like, I just enjoyed my time reading it. It was a good reading experience, but it was just a really unique mental health book, and I would definitely recommend it. It's just such a good, I just enjoyed it so much. It's definitely been really popular recently, which is why I was super stoked to pick it up. But yeah, if you guys have read this, let me know your thoughts on it down below, and I will see you all very soon with a new video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope if you pick this book up, or if I convince you to pick this book up, you'll enjoy it as well. So yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, all that shit. It's in the description box if you care. Thank you so much again for watching, and leave a comment down below with your thoughts on this book or your thoughts on this video, or if you know any other mental illness recommendations, mental illness book recommendations, then let me know down below, and I'll see y'all very soon with a new video. Bye!